Ooh, it's so cold in here. I'm wrapping it up. I'm getting in the mood. Ooh, it's winter, and today, I'm Keo, and I was St. Jude, and today we're gonna talking about Raiders of the Broken Planet on the Binch Bros podcast. That was smooth.
So smooth. Love that. So
Yeah.
Man. Which one do we want to talk about first? Which one do we have more to say about?
I think we'll have a lot to say about.
Oh, also,
I feel like they're
game news. Obviously, we'll get to that.
Yeah. Should we just start with that and then end with those two? Probably we should do that.
Yeah, we should probably do that. It's more interesting than either of these games.
Yeah. What game news you have?
Well, there was a lot of announcements, right? From Software announced a game.
Oh, yeah.
So that's exciting. Shadows Die Twice is the only thing attached to the announcement. So I don't know if that means that's the title of the game or if it's a tagline.
Yeah.
However it goes, it's interesting.
Yeah. I heard something about stealth, which sounded interesting.
Well, some people think it's a Tenchu game.
Yeah.
What is it? There was a new Death Stranding trailer that looked crazy. No one knows what's going on there. There was...
We got some like DLC that came out recently. I mean, specifically for
Zelda.
Like, Zelda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a shadow drop. They just dropped it right then. Monster Hunter had a beta, and that was fun.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Maybe we should talk about that and then move into those two games.
Okay, yeah. Resident Evil had a new DLC. I heard it's good.
Yeah.
GTA also. A lot of big stuff. A lot of DLC stuff.
GTA. And all their updates are free too, right?
Yeah, dude. When, yeah, it is. But like, you don't. Basically, how it works is like, now you get a chance to buy stuff. It's like Overwatch.
Oh,
you know?
Okay.
I mean, Destiny had their DLC come out. Injustice, a game I play, had its DLC come out.
Shit, there was a lot of shit that came out this week then.
Yeah, there's a ton of DLC stuff. Mostly, not like Assassin's Creed had a DLC thing, or like a free DLC where.
Okay.
I think they added a Horde mode. I haven't played it yet.
Oh, it's that one? Okay, I guess it's been a week.
They also did like they overhauled the UI a bit, and I noticed it, and I don't know if I like it, but I already beat the game, so whatever, I don't care.
Okay.
I like the way I played it.
Yeah.
But they did fix some things on the map. I think they made it look much more
clean.
It's more easy to read if you've completed an area or not. You know?
Okay. They kind of did Ubisoft did like an update on Steep as well, where their icons look a bit more simpler and easier to look at.
Oh, interesting. I wonder if it was like
recently.
I wonder if that was like a mandate across Ubisoft to be like, hey, all our games, let's
clean them up.
Yeah, let's clean it up. Because I mean, I wonder if we go back to Ghost Recon, if the icons are going to be easier to see. Like
maybe
you turn on Watch Dogs 2 and the icons are easier to see.
Yeah.
What else was there? There was
I mean, like just recently, the Overwatch update is live.
Right, Overwatch had the winter. That one was kind of almost a shadow drop. I didn't even know it was coming until today.
I mean, I don't think I care.
Yeah, I don't care that much either. It's not excitingly good.
Yeah,
it's fine.
I'll fucking drop my mic again.
Yeah, I hope that doesn't come.
Sorry,
into
I'll take that out. Let me pull up my notes. Go ahead.
Soul Calibur 6 was announced.
And
that's cool. There's this cool game. It looks really cool called In the Valley of the Gods. It's made by the people who made Firewatch. If you ever played Firewatch.
Oh, I've seen someone play it. It's like a walking kind of walking sim. I think
it's definitely a walking simulator.
Okay.
However, that derogatory term for these games, like undercuts. I mean, it's supposed to be, right? It's supposed to be like, this game you don't do anything but walk. But it's like, yeah, you're right. In Firewatch,
I don't know.
You don't interact with the world really too often. But
what about immersive or like atmospheric sim? I don't know.
Well, an immersive sim is something more like Dishonored and Deus Ex, right?
Okay.
And then, but I mean, no, it looks great. I hope it's another walking simulator like Firewatch because I liked Firewatch a lot.
Yeah, when I watched one of the people on YouTube play it, it was really cool, and I like the characters. They're cool.
Yeah, one of the like favorites this year from video game critics and people who love video games is What Remains of Edith Finch. That's a walking simulator, and it looks amazing. I really want to play that game. So,
don't we have it for free or something?
We never got that for free because I would have played it already, my friend. Like that is a game. Oh,
you know what? I'm thinking of Gone Home. I think.
Yeah, Gone Home was like probably the game that made those in style, right? That sort of. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't the first one. One of the.
It's like. Sorry.
No. I mean, I don't know. What is it? Dear Esther. Like Myst, technically, maybe, but that's more of a puzzle game.
Yeah, it is a puzzle game.
But
adventure.
Yeah, and like I guess the difference between a walking sim and a first-person puzzle game is like walking sims generally don't have puzzles. I don't think Firewatch has any puzzles. But I mean, yeah.
No, I don't.
No puzzles.
So. I remember you like click on some stuff.
Yeah, there's like shoot, I gotta get over there. Let me try and get over there. Oh, I think I got lost. Let me open a map.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah. Ryan Reynolds is gonna be Detective Pikachu.
Sorry?
That's just a bit of news.
For who? For what?
Ryan Reynolds, aka Deadpool.
Yeah.
There's a Pokemon movie coming out next year.
Okay.
And he's gonna be playing Detective Pikachu.
What does that mean? Is that like an actual Pikachu that's a detective?
Yeah, he's got like a little Sherlock hat. He's a Pikachu. Okay.
Oh, because Pikachu talks now, I guess. I don't know. Wait, that doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. Ryan Reynolds definitely doesn't sound like, I don't know, a small creature. So
no, I was about to say a detective. I guess he could.
He's more of a smarmy, like snark. Like I make jokes, like ooh, anything but green, please.
It's kind,
like that's
it's kind of weird. I'm trying to hear him in my head, but I can't. It's weird.
Can you picture Deadpool talking?
A little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically just him.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I don't see him like as a small creature either. Definitely not.
Yeah, it's a bit strange.
Unless he's like hiding some like innate like voice acting skills.
I really hope he's not going to do a voice. I hope he does just like his normal voice because otherwise what's the point?
Yeah. Just get someone else.
Yeah.
Get some newbies. There are a lot of starving actors out there.
I mean, if we want to keep talking about stuff, Mega Man, they announced the Mega Man game.
I did see that.
It looks pretty cool. It looks like 3D.
It looks very Flash animation, and
you think?
I feel like that's offensive. But
it's not. Like it's like 3D models. It's not Flash. Flash would be like 2D art moving.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, but so it just looks. I don't know. It looks like something I would see a Flash movie in. I don't know. I only looked at it the one time.
It looks like it costs like maybe a little more than Mighty Number 9, but it looks better than Mighty Number 9, 100%. Because that game looked ugly.
Mighty Number 9.
Huh?
What is Mighty Number 9?
Mighty Number 9 is one of the biggest Kickstarter stories. Like period. It's Keiji Inafune, the man who created Mega Man, was leaving Capcom, and he was going to kickstart his own game. And it's going to be a real throwback to real Mega Man. And everyone was excited, and it was super exciting. And then the game started to show screenshots and stuff, and people were like, what?
Oh, no.
How much money did we spend on this? And this is what we're getting.
Oh.
And then it just disappointed. It was like, I think it probably has less love than Ukulele, which is another big Kickstarter game that also got ragged on pretty hard. Didn't play either of those games, so can't tell you. Don't know. Not interested.
Yeah. Same.
I kickstarted Bloodstained. That game doesn't look super great in terms of looks, but I want to play it. It looks fun to play.
Yeah.
Um,
We should talk about Monster Hunter a little bit.
Monster Hunter World the beta. All right. So, have you ever played any Monster Hunter before?
Yes, Monster Hunter 4, 3DS.
Okay. Tell me about this game.
So this game is about hunting monsters. That's literally it. You go into, after you like finish the training or whatever, you're in like a kind of hub where there's like NPCs where you could trade, buy stuff, and like craft or whatever, and cook, I think. But the main area you usually go to is going to like the quest lobby or like area, and they give you like, hey, we need this guy to be dead, this monster to be dead. Go kill him for us, and you get points.
From what I remember, a big part of that game is like, oh, this is an armor I want, or this is a sword I want. I need to get things specifically from like this monster.
Certain monsters, yeah.
I gotta go. So these previous games, I remember there being zones, right? You go into a zone, and then the monster will be like 3 zones over. So you go to the end of that zone. It takes you to a loading screen, and then you get to the next zone.
Yes.
Also, yeah. So you have to stop to eat. You have to eat in order to and heal and stuff. But you have to eat to like regain stamina. There was a lot of. It's a very user unfriendly game, maybe.
Yeah.
Or it doesn't
It's a lot. It's something. Like not any player could just hop into it. Like, someone that is really into like micromanaging everything is gonna really benefit out of this game. Really,
it's one of those games that like if you are into the systems and like you know them, then like each installment just builds off of that, and so the veterans of the series are getting a great game every time, probably. Whereas a newcomer to the series, it has a steep learning curve.
It's gonna overwhelm them for sure.
So Monster Hunter World does this thing where it tries to lessen some of that, and so generally I've seen like different views on this. There's people who play it and think, oh wow, this is too easy. I'm mad. I like Monster Hunter, and this made it too dumb and easy. There's people who think, oh, I love Monster Hunter, and these changes are great because they've just done quality of life improvements, right?
Yes.
And then there are other people who say, oh, I don't really know Monster Hunter, and this is still super confusing. And so for the vast majority of my playtime in the beta, I was of the latter. I had no idea what the hell was going on. I tried. I get it.
You haven't grouped up, right?
I have. I played with I played with a couple friends, so it was like 3 of us, and we did all the quests. And I also did the first quest by myself, and so I get it. All the weapons play super differently, so that's a big thing. It's like you can't switch weapons and like expect to know what you're doing. A lot of animation priority stuff. Like there's certain moves on some of these weapons that it'll be like the 3rd hit is what you want to hit them with, like in a combo. Yeah. Because the 3rd hit has like a specific thing that happens, But like if the monster starts moving in the middle of the 2nd hit, you're not gonna land the 3rd hit.
Yeah, it misses. I've noticed. I've done that a lot.
Yeah, and you're just shooting the air or swinging at the air with that big powerful hit, and you're like, damn it.
Yeah, it really sucks.
Yeah, there's this new ghillie. So the new systems in this game that they introduced, right? First of all, no zones. You just walk right through zones. Yeah. That's very nice.
Quality of life for sure.
Love that. You can heal while walking, all that stuff. It looks generally really good. Kind of bad sometimes. Like everything in front of you looks really great.
Yes.
Things in the distance you can tell immediately that don't look super great. Like you'll see like creatures in the distance flying around, and they're animated all like janky, like stilted.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh. Great, it's that thing happening.
Like low frames or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just a makeup to like get. I think it depends, right? Like there's a weird thing that you choose from the beginning. I mean, it's not weird, but whatever.
Oh, I saw that.
You choose between like priority of graphics frame rate and resolution, which was a weird thing to me. I think.
Yeah, I think that's for like 4K TVs and stuff, right?
Oh yeah, maybe. I would probably try that, but that would be in like graphics, though. I would think. That I feel like that falls into that category more so.
Yeah, graphics may just be like processing power. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't know. I guess if you picked any of those, like that might like change the way like distance.
Yeah, I think
models work.
I think I picked graphics over frame rate for my play, and it wasn't noticeable, the frame rate. I didn't see any like huge dips or anything. I'm sure if I was more tech minded, I might have. I would have written down notes and been like, "Oh, it gets a little framey when the Diablos starts charging,
starts doing his fire attack." Yeah.
But overall, like, so I played it solo and I played it with friends, and I tried out several weapons. I tried the feathered glaive thing. I tried the gun lance, the iron gun lance, and I tried the feather sword, I think it's called. It's like a sword and shield. It turns into an axe. You can like combine it to an axe or whatever.
Yes, I do like that one.
Yeah,
that's all right.
They all played all right and different. I think I was most comfortable with the gun lance because it did a lot of damage. And you get here's one thing I really don't like about Monster Hunter. I think I realized as I was playing this, and this goes for all games. It reminded me of, because my previous experience with Monster Hunter is I played one of them on the PSP.
Yeah.
Well, the PSP one I played on the Vita, but it's still a PSP game.
Yeah.
And the thing I didn't like then and I don't like now is time limits. I don't like that. I get it, I guess. Well, that's just how you design the game. That's your game. It's a game of time limits. But holy cow, it feels like I'm wasting all my effort when I'm trying to take this thing down. And I finally got it limping before the time runs out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't know.
The other thing, I mean, like in Monster Hunter 4, I think this was a thing. I can't remember, but you could just choose to not take any of the quests and just go out in the world. And I think you could eventually just find the monsters or whatever, and then just kill them and get the resources or whatever without having to do the quest.
And in this one, you have to kind of like queue up for a quest before you can play the
because
game.
like you're kind of just in this beta, I guess.
Maybe that's a beta thing. Like maybe in the game it's because I don't think it's an open world game. I think there are zones still. But I think that maybe you'll have some freedom to opportunities to roam around.
Yeah, because like
your own.
You would want to. I think the reason they had that in the last game I played, it was so that way you could collect resources, because you need those to like craft stuff.
Yeah,
I think.
And I didn't see too much of that in this beta because we didn't really bring anything back. Because when you beat a thing, it kind of ends.
It's done. Yeah, and it just resets your inventory. I think that's another thing that's very intimidating as well, is like the whole inventory thing.
Right. Yeah.
Because there's a lot of stuff. Like there's this. I think this is a new thing that I've seen is mantles. Mantles is a new thing. That
the ghillies.
I've noticed.
The ghillies.
Yeah, there's ghillies. There's like a rock steady one where like it stops you from getting knocked back and hearing.
They're basically all what do you call it? They are
counters. Counters to like some of these enemies.
Yeah, they're all just like little like augments, and you can bring one. There's one that's like a stealth one. Yeah, that's pretty good, I guess, if you have something that can do massive damage, from stealth position. Yeah. There's one that's like
But the stealth one, like the ghillie one, it'll unconceal you when you attack or be attacked.
Exactly,
though,
yeah.
Which
and
sucks.
So you can only like basically use it one time. The Rocksteady one, I guess, is the one to go for from what I've seen. It's it basically makes it so your animations don't get canceled.
Yeah, you don't stagger as much.
So it's basically hyper armor in a fighting game, or like poise in Dark Souls, right?
Yeah.
So like you can still hit and you'll take damage, but you won't be knocked out of your animation.
Yeah, I think like final verdict on the game is I'm not sure if I'm gonna get it. I think the biggest thing that's gonna make me get it is if any of our friends get it, I guess.
Well, I know people are gonna get it for sure. I know some people, but I don't know. I agree. I kind of felt that way.
So my thing is like, and this is something that like kind of like stopped me from playing Monster Hunter. The one I played previously was that like it does take a while for you to beat the bosses. Like there's no way to like do it in one go in a way to where like your skill is in play for that. But like that's pretty much it. Like when you like start beating a monster, they get to like their weak point and then they move to another area. You have to go over there and find them, and you do that like 3, maybe even 4 times, and then that alone just makes me not want to get it.
Yeah, it's pretty annoying, I guess. If there was a way you could like pin them down as they're trying to escape or something.
If there's
I'm sure there might be.
Yeah, I guess it would probably be an after thing, right? After beta.
I also like don't really know how to I'm just a scrub at this game, right? I don't know it, so I don't know all the mechanics, but like I don't find it very intuitive on how to like climb them to climb these monsters, and I think that's a big part of the game from what I've seen.
They don't tell you until you start doing those things too. Well, I mean, again, beta or whatever, right? Because like when it tells you how you fight the monster while you're fighting the monster as you're doing the thing, but it's kind of hard to hear her or hear the tutorial person as you're fighting, because like you're pretty much just paying attention to not dying and doing damage.
Yeah, and I mean these guys hit really hard, these monsters. Yeah. So like, definitely tough. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know anything about the story. I know there's a campaign story mode. I don't know how that's gonna go. Hopefully that's cool.
I'm not sure how the story goes either, because like we play as a
hunter.
Just as a regular hunter, and we create that character. No, I don't think there's like in the one I played, there wasn't really much to story.
Oh yeah, there was no story in the beta, but
there's
like cutscenes and stuff in the main game. There's like characters. I mean,
okay,
I don't know. See, then. It doesn't really seem like. Okay, here's the types of stories that I don't find compelling in video games. Usually, okay. Types of stories I don't find compelling are stories about like a job. So like Monster Hunter, you're fighting these like monsters, but that's their job. Yeah. So like I like stories that have like intrigue and like this like this person lied to this person, or there's drama, right? I don't really see what the drama is. Is it drama? Oh, we need to hunt this monster because we want to live here, and that's a scary monster. Yeah. Okay, that's the extent of the drama. Then I'm kind of checked out, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, not really. Like it's never like the theme of a thing doesn't like the theme of Monster Hunter is amazing. I love the theme of it. You know, the like look of it, the motifs. You know, the style. It's great. Yeah. But I don't know what type of story you could tell. Like you can't have a villain, right? You can't have like some human dude who's like actually like evil and controlling monsters. And maybe you can. Yeah. That'd be fun for me, but I don't think the Monster Hunter fans would like that. They'd be like, "What the hell is this garbage?"
Yeah, I don't know. I think this is, I guess, like a derogatory term for it's like a job simulator, right?
No, like, we're gonna be talking about this later, but like one of the big downsides of Ghost Recon Wildlands is the story, and it's because I don't care about the story because it's just their job. I have no connection to these people. They're just doing their military job, whereas in like a war story, you know, for instance, like even Call of Duty's done this well, where it's a war story, but you don't feel like they're just doing their job. They're like, you know, fighting for something, or they have someone to get back to, or you know, whatever. And like Monster Hunter or Ghost Recon, I feel like they're literally just like, this is what I do. It's like that's not exciting.
There's not really much. It's very stale.
Even if what you're doing is very exciting. Yeah. It takes the energy out of it when it's just something they're doing. Yeah,
because it's what they're supposed to do.
No stakes.
I was thinking. Yeah, it's I'm not sure. Man. We'll just have to see. Let's see when it comes out. Maybe it'll be different.
Yeah, but for all intents and purposes, it's on my radar. I'm gonna keep an eye on it. I don't have any plans to buy it right now, but like, if you know, I think it looks cool. I like the art style a lot. I don't love
a lot better.
the combat in Monster Hunter in general. Maybe
I think the targeting system is kind of janky.
I mean, and people love it. If they change it, if they made it like Dark Souls, people would hate it, right? People who love Monster Hunter.
I think I would like it if they did like Dark Souls. No, it kind of is Dark Souls because like when you target one of the monsters, you have to choose between the body and the head. I mean, it doesn't get in depth or whatever. Maybe, I don't know, to like the legs and the hands or whatever. But like, there's two options, I guess. But either way, like, it's still weird because sometimes it unselects.
For me, it's a lot of like, I know this move has my character swinging this axe in like a certain way, and so I'm gonna like put myself in a position and swing into the monster. But it doesn't feel like the game like accounts for it because the axe hits the monster, up from below. But it's also like weird, and the camera's freaking out because it doesn't know where to look. And I'm like actually aiming at his head while standing under his belly to try and hit his belly, because like, or something like, I don't know. You know what I mean? It feels like I'm like breaking, the game's like falling apart every single time I try to do something.
Yeah. I think that's a really,
but I think that's a big plus for people who like this series because that's the way that the hunts work. Yes.
I don't know. We'll see.
I'll see.
Comes out next year, January.
Yeah, early next year. Yeah,
or something. I don't know. I can't remember.
I totally forgot. Street Fighter also had a bunch of announcements, so it seemed really cool. Mm-hmm. But that also comes out in January. That's why I said that.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, is it coming out this year?
No, next year. But like, we're talking about Capcom. Monster Hunter, the character of Monster Hunter, which I guess is just one of the hunters that you play as.
Yeah.
Is going to be in Marvel vs. Capcom. Or is in Marvel vs. Capcom. I think she is.
Okay.
It's a female Monster Hunter.
Okay, cool.
And I think it's that armor, that fire armor, Anja.
Okay. I don't know.
Whatever.
Probably.
Let's talk about Raiders of a Broken Planet, though. This game, so it's free, sort of, and it's hard to find. So, ooh, that's tough. How you find it on PlayStation is you have to find, I mean, maybe you could type in Raiders of a Broken Planet, but it's also just called the Eternal Soldier Campaign. That's what the game is listed as.
That's like the first, it's like the tutorial plus main only mission that you get.
Yeah.
For the free part.
And so this game is, it's a 4-player team-based, mission-based game with an extra twist, which is a 5th adversary antagonist player can play against the team.
Occasionally.
Yeah, I mean, they can.
It's not
it
100%,
won't happen all the time, but you can do that. Yeah. That's not the main game, though. The main game is doing these missions with 4 people.
Yeah.
It's very confusing. I don't know what's going on in the story, but it doesn't seem like it really matters. No. Art style is like ugly on purpose, really hideous, and
it's really, I want to say dystopian, but more like
it is dystopian,
Mad
right?
Max.
Yeah, it's like if Borderlands, like if you picture Borderlands now, scrape away anything that could be cute about Borderlands.
Yeah, that's true.
Then you got Raiders of a Broken Planet. Everyone's just like gross and unpleasant and weird looking. And it's kind of cool, I think. Like, I'm into it. And I was like, oh, this is so weird. Like, I kind of love it. And it's developed by Mercury Steam. They did Castlevania Lords of Shadow. And I liked that game a lot. And I heard the second one was really bad, so I didn't play it. But that's what got me interested. I was like, oh, I've heard about this. And there's a weird system called Aleph where your heart rate basically can lead you to be detected by enemies through walls.
Mm-hmm. So, and some people have like permanent stress. I think it's called stress.
Stress. Yeah. So like you can see them constantly through walls. Some people you can never see basically or something.
Yeah.
So
like snipers.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun, interesting mechanics. Each character it's like a hero shooter. Each character has a different gun. There's like I don't know, 8 or 9 characters so far out. And this is all the good stuff that I'm talking about. And it's quite fun to play when you're playing it. The missions are sufficiently challenging. you have a live system, and if you like run out of lives, you have to wait for more lives to get delivered.
And this is like a team lives thing. It's not like you have a single thing of life. You share like some lives together as a team.
And I mean, everyone plays super different, and it has a very weird and specific melee system. Yes. Like very specific melee.
It only comes into play so much when you're fighting specific enemies, which are called elite warriors, or if you fight against another player, which is like the antagonist, or if you're the antagonist.
Yeah, so it's like you got your attacks, and then your grabs, and then your dodges, and it's a rock paper scissors thing,
basically.
And but the grapples like can kill anything in one hit, so like go for that kind of. But don't go for it all willy-nilly, I guess. But
you can just get punched out.
Yeah,
you're done.
So this is all the good stuff about the game, and it actually led me to purchase. So how the game is split up is you get this first episode. And it's free, and you get one tutorial and one mission, and then each subsequent episode, there's going to be 4, has 4 missions, right?
Yeah.
And so it made me go, I want to buy one. I want to buy a mission. Yeah. Like I want to give this game $10. These are $10 missions packs.
Yeah.
And so I bought one, and I got real excited. Kyo bought the other one. Yeah, we realized we could invite each other to it if we grind out for invites, which is kind of tedious, but whatever. Yeah, I was hopeful at the time when I bought it.
Same.
Here's the thing that happened. This game has like a ridiculous grind.
Yeah.
Like it's so bad.
It's brutal.
The progression of this game actively like I'm talking snail's pace. You got these cards, right, that you like that give you benefits, and then like in order to like activate your cards, you have to spend credits, and these credits, there's like 2 different types of credits you gotta spend: your faction credits or your character credits. And those don't come by easy. When you're playing in a match, at the end of a match, everyone gets to choose a reward. If 2 people would choose the same reward, then they each get half of it. So if all 4 people want character points, then you only get a fourth of it. Yeah. So it's just like weird system.
Another thing too is like at the end of the missions too, there's a random chance to get these these blueprints for weapons, and there's a 50% chance for those to even pop up, and that sucks.
There's a lot of things like that. There's like, and then you look at your characters and you're like, oh, I want to unlock this character. It's like, oh yeah, you can unlock that character. It costs, like 100,000 coin, and it's like you get like
in-game currency,
maybe 2,000 coin of mission if you're the only one who chooses coin. Yeah, and then like on top of that, it's like they have this like premium currency that you could spend, but like it would still cost like $20 to buy that character.
I was kind of just thinking about it. I don't think you could spend anything else with the like premium currency. I think it's only just to get characters so far to what I could envision right now.
It's like characters and skins. I think it's a cosmetic.
I don't think you could do that for blueprints, except the only thing you do is trade your like premium currency to get credits.
I do gotta say though that the characters themselves aren't necessarily balanced. There are very strong characters in this game that like, so I mean, you can't say, oh, it's just cosmetic. No, it could be pay to win, because me and Kyo and
Justin, I think.
No, I think it was just me and you, man.
Were you talking about Dr. Kuzman?
Yeah, was Jacob there? Okay, so the 3 of us, so 3 of us and 1 random are playing, and we get our first antagonist match, and we get really excited because we're like, we got so happy because we're like, we're finally getting to play this.
Yeah, and it also says like antagonist is joining, and it says bonus rewards, ding ding ding, for like character, faction, and gold.
Points. So we're like, oh hell yeah, like we get to like play the game as it's meant to be played. And this character that this guy had, he is the worst. He can shoot you through cover with lightning, and he just like does so much damage to you.
Yeah, I think when you're grouped up, he does even more damage, because I think what it does is his lightning bounces off enemies. And yeah, he could just take us down, and then all he has to do is just punch us to get Aleph.
It was ridiculous. And so he's constantly getting stronger throughout the match while we're getting weaker. Also, this is like a really hard part of the mission where we're just like, even when we're just playing, it's a tough part just because you just get surrounded by enemies.
You just get swarmed.
So that number of enemies doesn't decrease with Dr. Kuzman there. It's like the same, like 40 enemies on screen plus this boss basically that just keeps coming back every time we kill him. And so and he only stays down for like 10 seconds max, not enough time for us to like progress in any way.
Kill them all, then have to fight him again,
and take down the like planes or whatever,
the main objective.
And then one of our people ended up quitting, and so we were down a person, and we just had the worst time. And then so we were like, okay, that was rough. And then we played, and we got like 0 rewards for it, obviously, because we didn't win. But then we played another match with an antagonist. We beat them, and you know what I felt when we beat them?
Not
much.
Not much.
Because the rewards weren't very interesting. We didn't get anything good.
They didn't increase. And if I remember,
we didn't
I don't
get
think
a
we even
blueprint.
got a... Yeah, because it's still a 50% chance.
And so like I was like, oh, you just made the mission like less enjoyable by putting an extra obstacle there.
Yeah,
but I mean,
well, like when I played it, because I think I played a bit more after or a bit more between us two. When the antagonist leaves at any point, so if you really like screw over the antagonist to make him leave, at any point the mission will be over, and you'll get full credits for him leaving.
So that's weird. Like, so do you just miss all the cutscenes that are supposed to happen and the story stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
It depends on where you're at, obviously, but
yeah,
you pretty much will miss them all if you leave in the beginning.
That's so
which
strange.
Happened, and that was great because less grind.
Yeah,
which is bad.
That's
because
bad.
Like,
because
I shouldn't be happy about that.
I have to play this game less. Like, no, that's not good. Like, a good game is the type of game where you want to play more, right?
Yeah.
And like, Raiders of a Broken Planet is a game I could have played way less and been more satisfied with. Like, if the levels gave you decent rewards when you beat them even once, I get it. This game is meant to replay levels over and over again.
Yeah,
I get that, but I get over it, you know. So like,
yeah, I think I think the biggest flaw is that you have to work for everything, like just getting a card, increasing cards, and like get weapons, and then also if you want to get skins, but then don't even think about that, because basically what you have to do is like pick a character, then pick what you want, and then focus on getting that.
And guess what? Sometimes that character is completely not viable for a mission.
Yep.
Because there's missions that really suck for you if you have a sniper rifle, and there's missions where you need a sniper rifle.
And that's even if you choose to buy an expansion, which is not bad.
Yeah.
If you're like solo, whatever.
But here's the biggest. I don't know. This and the progression system are the two biggest reasons why this game is a failure, and I wish it wasn't. I wish this game wasn't a failure because I really want to like this game and I want to play it.
I do like it.
I like things about it for sure.
It's not bad. Like I do like the whole paper rock scissors things when I'm against. Well, even if I'm going against like a PVE person or a enemy NPC, that is kind of fun. Just like outplaying the antagonist, and like the whole. Because like what happens in this game is like, I guess the main mechanic, I don't even think we can talk about it, was that you have your weapon and you can use it as many times as you want, but eventually you'll run out of ammo, and the only way to get ammo is to kill enemies with melees or grabbing them.
Yeah, that's true. That's a big mechanic. So there's a risk reward system, and that's all good. And I like the idea of the game. Like I'm telling you, this game's faults aren't the gameplay. The gameplay is fine. It's good even. Fine. I like the gameplay. It's the progression system is borked. That is a nightmare. I hate it. If somehow they get to this. And then the thing I really dislike about this game is matchmaking. Yeah. So how matchmaking works in this game is you can only play the game either completely single player, and you get like no rewards for this. You get some credit.
Yeah. Gold.
Or Yeah, you don't even get the level. You don't even get any of the progression credits. You only get like gold. So you can't make much progress in your character in that way. Or so there's single player or 4-player, and that's it. There's no in between. You can't do 2 people and bots. You can't do just 2 people. You have to do 4 complete players. Now this is a hard game to find on the store
already. And
then on top of that, its aesthetic is very subjectively appealing. You know what I mean? Like, like a lot of people will look at this game and be like, "This is ugly. No thanks. Like, I don't want anything to do with this." So, player base of this niche title is very small. Chances of getting decent, like, or chances of even mashing up is rare. Like, we've been as a 2-man group. I was waiting once upward of like 13 minutes, and we didn't get a game. You know what I mean? And then we got one other person in our group, and then we got a game immediately. Yeah. So I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, I think there's just like a lot of people that are either 3s or 1s. Well, not 1s, but like 3s or 2s, and like 2s kind of don't. I don't know. I think it's because people are like searching like in different team numbers. It's hard to group people up.
Yeah, and I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, if this game had a mode where it was like you can just play online with, you know, one friend, I would love that. In fact, I would prefer that. I would prefer to play 2 players. Some of these matches, I think we could take it with just 2 people.
Yeah, I mean, you could solo it.
Yeah, I was like,
so you should be able to be fine.
I was I was thinking even with the scaled up difficulty, I was like, yeah, we could do this with just 2 people. Like, in fact, like the 3rd or 4th person might just like end up costing us lives if they don't know what they're doing, you know. So it's like like the only character unlocked for them is like a character that's not viable for this mission anyway. You know, like if you get Herrick for that one mission early on, and it's like, or if you get any of this 2 shotgunner people for that first mission for that Alien Mist campaign where you need long range distance sniper rifles, like, then you're just adding to our death count, you know. Like that mission in particular has that like nasty Bloodborne design, that Bloodborne enemy. Remember that area in Bloodborne where there's that like tower in the distance that like if you're out in the open and it sees you, it kills you?
Yeah,
it's that basically. It's that, except it moves around at a certain point. And that mission is really tough unless you're playing it solo as a sniper. Or you have you know, like a really good team, I guess. And there was no way for us to beat that mission basically with our shotguns. I don't know. This game is full of potential, and I don't like the way it is right now.
I think if they just get rid of the progression system and do something with the matchmaking, I think it'd be a better game. Because I think that's what's stopping a lot of people. Because like I think the biggest thing is like they're looking for like a lot of people to hop on it, so that way it's like there'll be less time on waiting. And I guess because it's free, at least someone will be able to play. Everyone will be able to play the first mission, which is free. But I don't know. I mean, also like they should maybe do a better job of like getting the game out there, because it's like I had to, like, we barely heard about that, right?
Yeah, and I
heard it from you.
I'm like super plugged in, and I barely heard about it, and I had to like I had to do some gymnastics on that PlayStation Store to find this game. Like it wasn't easy. It was like I had to click through add-ons and then click this weird thing where it's like War Dogs add-on, and you click that, and then you click the game page, and then you find the game, which isn't even called Raiders of Broken Planet. It's called it's called Elite Soldier Campaign. Which sounds so generic and unlike what the game is. It's just it's a mess, but it's a promising mess.
It has a lot of potential. I played a lot more right after, because like I think I noticed something. When I figure out how a game works, I can think it doesn't matter what kind of game it is, I eventually play a bit more.
In a way, it's like the opposite of Ghost Recon Wildlands. Now hear me out.
How so?
Ghost Recon Wildlands, generally pretty like no big flaws in terms of like gameplay or systems. It's very user friendly. It's really easy to like rank up and stuff. Everything's laid out for you. All your like little, you want your collectible, it's right there. You want this, it's right, whatever.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have like that personality.
No.
It doesn't have any personality.
No.
Whereas this game is full of odd personality, but personality nonetheless.
Yes.
And like, yet it's very hard. Like I played that game for many hours, Raiders of a Broken Planet, and I don't think I don't feel like I've made any progress in terms of like any like area,
Yeah.
Whereas
I feel like I have, but like it's only on one character, and I played for like up to 10 hours ish.
Yeah, like more. I want to 10
say
hours
it is,
more than I did.
because like you clock in about on average, like if you're winning, 16 minutes a game.
Yeah,
And that's a lot of time.
Oh, and if you fail a mission, it's like the rewards are literally nothing, right?
Yeah, and it sucks if you go all the way towards the end and then someone slips up and you all 16 minutes is gone down the drain for nothing.
And then also there's like a weird ranking system if you're the antagonist, where if you start losing antagonists, like as an antagonist, you lose antagonist points.
And they have this weird little incentive too, where on these two accounts as well, where you need to play antagonists to use your use weapons that you get on blueprints. Because when you get these blueprints, you have to get them, then you have to be a certain level as antagonists, which is the enemy that you play against. You guys know what it is, and then you have to buy it with gold or whatever.
Yeah, and it's ridiculously expensive. Each one of these weapons to craft. It's not. Yeah, it's like like.
Well, some of them are like cheap, but like they're still like around 5,000. It's like
I want to ask Kyo, when you played this game, did you ever get a new weapon?
I got blueprints.
All right,
but not weapons.
Never got a new weapon, right?
Because I have to play as antagonist. I haven't done that, and I don't think it's gonna happen in a while. Because I think I might be done at this point. Because the other thing that sucks too is because so when you get to these DLCs, the one I got, it gave me a character called I'm gonna fudge it again.
Was it a Moat? Loth, yeah.
Loth. And I think he's really good, and I think he could be a potential like pay to win person if you're the antagonist. But I've been playing him. I've been maxing out his like character credits and everything, and then I was like, oh shit, let me look up a weapon I want to get from. And in the DLC that I got, because you could see on each mission you could see what loot drops from it, the 50% chance at the end, and the one that I had a common like weapon, which is fine. It gives you like four more grenades instead of 4, and I think it might detonate faster or longer or something like that. And then the other one that I want that is really good, that like has a sticky bomb and like almost immediate explosion, is in your DLC, which is interesting, and it's rare.
Now here's the thing: you can't even try and play that mission because we'd have to beat every mission in a row in my DLC first. Together.
Yeah, and I can only be there. I can only join it with you. I can't just hop in there on my own.
Yeah, and I'd have to invite you, but I'd have to I'd have to get to that mission first.
Yeah. Or I could just bypass it all and just buy the DLC.
Yeah, but doesn't that hurt the idea of this game?
Yeah. But that's what I'm going with here is like, holy shit. They really have an incentive, because I'm pretty sure they really have an incentive for me to get the other DLC, because I'm pretty sure your DLC character probably has a rare weapon on my DLC.
Oh my lord. Yeah, probably.
I'm sure there is. And I'm pretty sure if it's all going to be the same thing, the next 2 characters come out, it's going to be the same thing, vice versa, I would think.
This game depresses me. Talking about this game depresses me.
I know, man. I think it really is good. I mean, like I said, I clocked in like 10 hours. So like, I think that should say something on how I feel about the game. But yeah, those are really big really big points and flaws that are just really bringing it down.
I totally forgot to mention earlier. Bayonetta 3 also got announced.
Shit, that's right. Oh my god,
Switch
so
exclusive.
Many. Ooh, another thing which is interesting. Two things. Yeah, it is Switch exclusive. First of all, The Crew 2. Apparently, there's a Crew 2.
Oh, okay.
Also, The Crew 2, Far Cry 5, and another game I can't remember. Those are being delayed now.
Oh, I know what game it is. It's Oh wait, I know what it is. I saw it earlier
like the third game.
Yeah. It was Far Cry. It was The Crew, and it was
The Crew 2.
I remember seeing what the third one was. It was
like.
Go on. Keep talking.
Ubisoft delay. I'm just looking it up at this point. It just says unannounced franchise.
There was another game that got delayed recently.
It says Ubisoft delays Far Cry 5, The Crew 2, and an unannounced franchise game. What's another? Steep 2, surely.
Steep 2, you wish.
Yeah. I don't know.
What was there was another game that got delayed then. It was
yeah.
I'm looking for it right now. I just saw it like earlier today.
I mean, the ones that I've seen lately, like this one's 5 days ago, or whatever. This article, at least, it's those three. The unannounced game, which it hasn't been announced. So maybe hold on, wasn't it that zombie game, or is it not, or is that someone else?
Zombie game?
Was that Naughty Dog?
What's the zombie game like?
I don't know. You play as some dude.
The Sony one?
Oh, was it Sony?
No,
yeah,
is that what you're talking about? That
yeah, that's not Ubisoft, right?
No, that's not Ubisoft. What is that game called? I think it's by Ubisoft. Sony. The team who did like not Ready at Dawn, but the one the internal Sony Santa Monica maybe.
Mm-hmm.
What was? Oh, geez, I don't remember what that game's called.
Are you thinking about that game?
Are we talking about a different game?
Are you currently thinking about this one?
This one's not the one I'm thinking that got delayed.
Okay.
But that's interesting if that game got delayed.
Oh my gosh. I'm not sure. It just says unannounced right now. So, I mean, eventually we'll just probably outside of podcast we'll be like, oh shit, that's the game.
Yeah, that's going to happen.
You guys won't hear that. It's fine.
You guys won't hear that, and I'll never find the game that I'm thinking about because I couldn't find it just now.
Yeah, we'll just pretend. We'll pretend like we did and we'll move on.
Yeah, so, I mean, geez. So much video game stuff recently. However, like, old games are still being updated. Like, it's too weird. It's a weird just like time for video games.
It's a weird end of the year, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's a weird time.
We got like it's like what am I playing right now? Oh, I'm gonna be playing Injustice 2 and Overwatch still. What?
Yeah.
Like why? And it's like, how many games have I not played that I want to play before I finish this year? Like Yakuza Kiwami or something. You know, like there are tons of games. PlayStation Plus just has new games. It's Darksiders 2 and what was the other one? Oh, that's right. I forget what the other one was.
I think it was Bound. Bound was last
year. Yeah.
Week. Was it? Did they do it every week or month? Last month. There you go. Damn, that would be a lot of games if they did every week.
A lot of games every month. 2 games every month, free.
Yeah.
More than 2. 2 for PlayStation 4, like 2 for PS3, I think, too, and then like 2 game for Vita.
Are they still supporting PS3?
They still are, yeah. The game for PS3 this month, I forget what it was, but it was something really cool. It was a game that I was like, oh, I'm gonna add that to my library because that's sweet. Like that's the game.
It's cool.
But unfortunately, I don't have my PS3 plugged in.
Yeah.
However, like if I ever do, like sweet, that's a good game.
Yeah.
It was dang it, nope, it's not popping up. Just kidding. But yeah, man, we're next week we're gonna talk about Ghost Recon. I really wanna. I'm having fun. I'm having fun with this game.
I like it when we play together. Oh, I like it when we play just with us in general, but since Tanner joined, it's gotten funnier, I guess.
Yeah, and it's
just fuck around
it's
a
a
lot.
fun game to play with friends. However, I do want to start making room in my place. My PlayStation's not very big. I don't have much room.
You just recently got rid of Raiders of the Broken Planet.
I had to delete that for another game, and then today I had to delete like another game because Overwatch is updated.
Overwatch.
Yeah, and I was like, what?
I had to delete something too.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Why is that update so big?
Updates. This week is all about updates.
Too many updates. Tired of updates.
But yeah, we're gonna be Ghost Recon Wildlands, and then I don't know. I don't think.
I mean, I'm just.
There was something else, wasn't there? Well, I might talk about the crew because that's why I brought up.
I was
the crew
expecting
too,
you to talk about the crew.
Well, yeah. Well,
And
I wanted
Nier.
to get rid of
I was expecting you to talk about Nier because you beat
next. I think we'll probably do that at the end. Save the best for last, and then we'll do the award show somewhere in January.
Yeah,
That's how we do it.
There's a bunch of games that came out this year that are like really amazing. That I do want to tell people to get them before the year ends. Like, but
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, I see what you're saying, but yeah, maybe we'll try to schedule it in better next time. I guess I don't know if we're gonna hit season 3 or whatever. But yeah, Ghost Recon Wildlands and maybe other games. And hopefully the Ghost Recon Wildlands is gonna be the final thing for us to talk about for that game.
you mean like we beat it this week? We're already almost halfway through.
I think we can.
Or we're over halfway.
We're pretty close. Yeah.
And now we're only making faster progress because we like min-maxed.
Oh yeah.
We just got the helicopter immediately, got all the best weapons. We're just like blazing through it.
Yeah. I think we're doing a lot better with like our sync shots and shit too. So
yeah, and also like I just remember there's just one mission that you just flew into this heavily guarded enemy base and immediately grabbed the guy. And we're like, let's go. I was like, what? Okay.
Let's leave. That's it.
All right.
But yeah, thank you for listening to the Binch Bros podcast. For this bit, I kind of want to do it in the beginning, but fuck it, I forgot. You can find us on benchbros.podbean.com. Also on Twitter, Facebook. If you look up Binch Bros, it's Binch Bros Pod on Twitter.
Oh, and yeah, definitely. And also, do write in and tell us what we missed to talk about, because every time I end the podcast, I always think in my head, oh, fuck, I totally forgot to talk about that thing. So definitely.
Same.
Throw that our way.
Throw that. We're now on Spotify now. Spotify and iTunes. So that's cool because Spotify is my main go-to for like my audio stuff.
That's cool.
There you go. And on YouTube.
We're
just everywhere.
Do we have an RSS feed?
Yes. It's benchbros.podbean.com. That is it.
All right.
Well, I think it's /RSS.
Okay.
I think. Oh yeah, bye.
Bye.